So Robert, you talked to a lot of CMOs running the eMarketing Association, and you've spoken to them over 2009, and you know some of their plans for 2010. So what are some mistakes that CMOs made in 2009 and that you think they may end up making in 2010 if they don't change their plans?
Well, 2009 obviously it's been a very difficult year economically for a lot of different companies, and marketing companies included, in general. I think that CMOs are looking at new technologies, trying to evaluate social media, trying to evaluate email marketing, which is changing and evolving, search, which is changing and evolving, and during a difficult economic period like this, they're probably looking for more ROI. They're looking return on investment. So they're getting a little bit more carefully. They're using more of a rifle approach, for example, instead of a shotgun approach. They have to be more efficient. So process improvement, efficiencies, and so on are important. What particular mistakes did they make? They won't tell me what mistakes they made, so I'm not sure. But I'm sure they made quite a few. I think everybody does. In this environment, especially in the e-marketing channel, because it's still such an evolving channel.
Do you think there's any mistakes that they'll make next year, either over-investing or under-investing in certain areas?
Well, there's an old saying, I don't know who to attribute it to, but I think you've probably heard it. It's like half my advertising dollars are wasted. I just don't know which half it is. The beauty of the internet is that there is a lot of data, that there is a lot of information, and you can waste less money on your advertising. You can target better. That's what it's really all about. Because a lot of advertising dollars are wasted. If you're advertising in the New York Times automobile, there's only 2% of people that are looking for an automobile at any given time. So you could say 98% of your advertising dollars, therefore, is not reaching a targeted customer. Whereas on the internet, you can get a lot more specific in terms of behavioral targeting and so on. I think they'll be a little slow to embrace behavioral demographics and targeting. I think they should be looking into that a little bit, concentrating on that a little bit more than they are. I think they are looking at social media again is the hot item, trying to see how they can make that work for them. And they're also going to have to, they've done a very bad job this year, and I think they might improve next year, of controlling the messages, user-generated messages, and complaints, and so on. We're seeing, obviously, people are talking about your company now, and you can't get away with quite as much. So if you have bad customer service, or if your product in some way isn't working for people, that's showing up a lot more, and CMOs have to manage that. And so how do you manage it? How do you manage customers that are discontent? Sometimes it's your fault they're discontent because there is an issue, and other times it's not. But managing that buzz out there and managing the user-generated reviews of your company is going to become, I think, a very big issue in 2010.